Good morning. Welcome to Ramblings with Joe. I'd like to start off by saying usually the first things I say in the morning, the first things that come out of my mouth are good morning and welcome to Ramblings with Joe. And that's because it never occurs to me to say anything else before then because the wife is usually still sleeping. So that's literally the first things out of my mouth. I don't know why I want to share that, but there you go. Was reading in the news today. I thought the worst thing that I could hear about insects was murder hornets. No, not the worst thing. So I'm sitting at this table. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting in this chair yesterday, and the wife is stirring the vegetable goulash that we're making. She won't like me calling it goulash. And I'm scanning through news stories, and boom, WRDW tells me on Savannah River site, the nuclear waste facility just across the river in South Carolina, they found some hornets in a nest that are radioactive. Well, so this morning I'm reading a bunch of comments on the story, and a lot of them are saying this is how superheroes are made, and some of them are looking to get bit. Of course, they've already killed the hornets. I'm not finding as much humor in this as I normally do about these things. This is how? I mean, I know that they monitor the animals, the flora in the area a lot. They're very stringent about monitoring them. But how? How did insects get to where radioactive is? And of course, I'm not a nuclear physicist. Hell, I'm not even a janitor at the site. I've been on site. There's a road that passes through. The closest town is called Jackson. And Jackson has a road that goes through SRS and passes out the other side. But how? I'm still curious as to how. And I didn't see any follow-up explaining how this happened. Of course, my wife was stunned, and then she immediately thought, oh my gosh, can the government do anything right? Evidently not. But the idea that, so from what I understand, the way they are storing the waste is, or maybe they're not, this is all just rumor and from years gone past, is they dig holes, they and I don't even know the size of the hole. This is just someone who used to work in the area telling me about it. They dig holes, and then they line the holes with some kind of material and clay, and then they put the nuclear waste inside the hole, and then they cover it with some kind of material and then clay. I don't think wasps can dig holes. So somehow these wasps got around the nuclear material, and now we have nuclear wasps. It's pretty screwed up. That strange news aside, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's my Monday, but I'm going to look at it as hump day. I'm halfway there. So we had a good weekend. We built this T-bar behind me. I don't know if that's showing up on the video or not. Yeah, you can see a little bit of it. Let me lean this way. There we go. We had a good time doing it. I've never really been good at woodworking. I love woodworking. I enjoy it thoroughly, but the idea that I could ever be a carpenter is, I'm not that talented. But we built this. The coffee bar was a bit crowded, so it has a little bit more room on it now, and she has a tea bar, and she's very happy with it. I routed the corner here. This was my first attempt at routing on a real project. I played with it before, and I have a, 18-volt router, and I was afraid it wasn't going to be powerful enough. This is acacia wood. I was afraid it wasn't going to be powerful enough to do the job, but it was plenty powerful, and it came out nice. She only wanted one corner, one side routed. She wanted the other ones left flat. But we thoroughly enjoy each other's company. And one of the things that we learned early on in our relationship is someone has to lead. Not all the time, just if it's a project. So we don't always officially say, all right, I'm leading. But it becomes very obvious who's leading. And this was her project. She wanted it done. I was there for manual labor to do the cuts on the acacia and the routing. But it's a strange thing when in a relationship, if you both try to lead, oftentimes that'll end up in a argument. And so this was her project, and I immediately took, I became the lackey, if you will, and I did what she told me to do, which is basically I followed the leader. And I did what, and some things that I knew we needed to do, like we had to break out the sawhorses and set up I have a set of sawhorses, and we put them in the backyard. I was going to make the major cuts out there because of the sawdust. I didn't want it in the driveway. So we did that in the backyard, and then we did the sanding and the routing in the front yard. Next time I'll try and do the routing in the backyard. I had no idea how much wood chipping there was going to be from the routing. Live and learn. And it came out fine. It looks good. And the only thing she put on it was beeswax, and the beeswax really brings out the wood grain, and it looks very nice. She's not one of those women where everything has to match in the house. As a matter of fact, just looking around, it's quite the eclectic designs within the house. We have mahogany for a coffee bar, pine for the dining room table. This is actually the table that I grew up on. When my mother offered to let me have it, I jumped on it. So this one is the table that I ate my meals around as a kid. And then we have the acacia tea bar. And I mean, none of this. Oh yeah, we have a mahogany bookshelf. It used to sit back here, now it's over there. So she likes to mix and match, and I like it now too. At first I wanted everything to be the same, but now I like the variety of furniture. So I don't know why I was talking about that. I just felt like it. Anyway, we have, let's see, what did we talk about today? We had the Radioactive Hornets. They're not going to make superheroes. We had the T-bar I made. It's Wednesday. And, oh yes, that's right. The Democrats are really starting to give the Republicans a hard time about the Jeffrey Epstein list. And they're at the lowest, their lowest approval rating in history. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is you're a bunch of filthy liars. That's the reason for it. You had 4 years to release the lists. You had plenty of opportunities. And the American people are learning that you are a political organization, and you will do nothing. There's nothing you won't do to win. So the idea that you're trying to call the Republicans out on something that you specifically, that you are responsible for, well, we all see you. We all know who you are. Am I saying the Republicans are any better? Hell no, they're not. They're not any better. But I am saying we see you. We know what you're doing, and your approval ratings, well, they're showing it. I guess I'm going to get ready for work. 4 days off in a row. That was nice. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. I am actually looking forward to getting back to work. It's something that I enjoy doing. Don't get stung. And don't get stung by any, radioactive wasps. Unbelievable. I hope you find peace, love, and dream. Until next time, L'chaim.